This is not a legend.
Death can never reach us here. Look at these walls. Look at these mountains. We carved them with our own hands.
This is not mythology. This is a story Allah Himself preserved in the Quran. They believed stone made them eternal. This was a nation that turned blessings into arrogance, strength into pride, and security into rebellion.
One God? Abandon the gods of our fathers? He has lost his mind.
To them, guidance was not something to follow. It was something to mock.
Listen to him. He speaks as if the sky is about to collapse. What a fool.
But the sky was never silent. Warnings had already begun, long before they realized they were doomed.
If you want us to believe you, Salih, then prove it. Make this rock give birth. Bring a camel out of solid stone.
They didn't know they had just asked for their own judgment. What emerged was not just a miracle, it was a verdict, walking among them.
By our gods, look at its eyes. This is not from this world.
Fear spread. Enough. If we allow this to continue, we lose everything. They thought they were ending a problem. In reality, they had started a countdown. 3 days, between laughter and destruction. This is the story of Thamud. In many Muslim homes, children grow up hearing the names of destroyed nations: Ad, Thamud, Fir'aun. We memorize the verses, but we don't feel the trembling. It becomes history, not a warning. Today people travel to Madain Salih. They take pictures, they touch the walls, look at the detail. These people were geniuses. They see beauty, they don't see the grave. They don't realize the prophets forbade entering these places, except in fear and reflection. So who were Thamud really? Why this miracle? And how does their story still prove the truth of the Quran today? Thamud lived at the peak of power. They carved homes into mountains. They mastered stone like clay. They felt untouchable. And Allah sent them Salih alayhi salam, not a stranger, but one of their own. They admired him, trusted him, expected him to lead them. One morning, as the sun rose over Al-Hijr, life moved as usual. Chisels struck stone, merchants arranged dates, children ran between half-carved pillars. Then someone pointed. Who is that on the rock? Salih stood where leaders spoke. He inhaled.
Oh, my people.
The chisels stopped. The valley went silent.
Answer me this. Did I not grow up among you? Was I not the one you trusted?
Yes, they replied. You were our hope. And then he spoke the truth.
Worship Allah alone. You have no God besides Him. He created you from the earth and settled you upon it.
The air changed. Shock turned to rage.
Is he telling us to abandon our father's gods? Has he gone mad? You gathered us for this? To insult our gods?
That morning sealed their fate. Not because they heard the truth, but because they rejected it. A single morning, a single speech, a single refusal. One moment that would echo through the ages, until their destruction was complete. But why did they hate him so fiercely? Why didn't they just ignore him? Scholars explain this clearly. Salih alayhi salam wasn't just an ordinary man.
You were our hope before this.
This shows that Salih was the shining figure of the tribe, the one they trusted to lead, to protect their traditions, their pride, and their idols. Even before he spoke of Allah, he already held a place in their hearts, trusted, wise, and full of promise. Yet when he delivered the message, the respect vanished. Allah did not destroy them immediately. The sky did not split. The earth did not swallow them whole. Why? Because guidance is never forced. It is offered patiently, again and again, through conversations, warnings, private talks, public speeches. Their eventual downfall did not come out of nowhere. It came after a man they loved devoted years to saving them. From that day forward, everywhere Salih walked, insults awaited him.
Make way for the messenger!
Step aside, the one who thinks he is above our fathers!
When he tried to console the poor, to offer hope, the elite shouted him down.
You talk of fearing the unseen. Look at my palace, my wealth. Does your God bear punish me?
Everywhere he went, voices followed.
Don't look into his eyes. He is bewitched.
The jinn have taken his mind.
The ridicule escalated into aggression. The 9 most corrupt men in the city, the leaders of Thamud, began a campaign to crush him completely.
If you are truthful, show us your punishment now. Why wait? Why wait?
Imagine the anguish. These were his own people, his own tribe. People who once celebrated him, now treated him like an outcast.
O my people, I do not seek wealth or power. My reward belongs only to the Lord of the worlds.
But demanding reason from those blinded by arrogance only fuels anger. They did not want logic. They demanded spectacle.
Do not listen to him. He has abandoned our father's ways. He seeks to humiliate us in front of other tribes.
They lay in wait on the roads. They threw stones at his feet. They mocked his prayers. Day after day, the valley echoed with their scorn. Madman, troublemaker, destroyer of tradition. Enough words. Show us a miracle if you want us to believe. Their hearts hardened. Their arrogance swelled. Their defiance reached its peak. But something darker was coming. Something that would change everything. Mockery failed. Stones failed. So the leaders resorted to their cruelest weapon, isolation.
Stay away from him! If you sit with him, you are infected! If you trade with him, you are contaminated! Cut all ties!
It was more than social shunning. In a tribal society, being cut off was a death sentence.
Do you want to lose your inheritance? If I see you with Ṣāliḥ again, you are no longer my son. Leave my sight!
The valley split in two. On one side, the arrogant, the wealthy, the chiefs. On the other, the weak, the poor, the ones with nothing to lose but their souls. Mothers pulled their children away. Neighbors lowered their voices. Old friends crossed the street to avoid being seen with him.
We once trusted you. We respected you. But now, you bring only division.
The Quran captures their words perfectly. You were our hope before this. Now he had become their fear, their discomfort, their challenge. Families threatened him. Silent wars erupted in homes. Brothers quarreled. Fathers issued threats. The seeds of destruction had been sown. Secret meetings began to take place. Some quietly supported Salih alayhi salam, but most turned against him. The valley that once echoed with chisels and laughter, now echoed with whispers and suspicion. The chiefs sensed something dangerous. They were losing control. Fear alone was no longer enough. They didn't just want to silence Salih. They wanted to humiliate him, to break him publicly, to challenge him with something impossible. He claims his Lord can do anything. They sneered. Fine, let us test this Lord of his. This is how arrogance behaves when advice fails, when warnings are ignored, when truth bruises the ego. They don't ask for signs to believe. They demand miracles to defeat. The pressure mounted. Arguments grew louder. The leaders grew bolder. They decided this problem would end today. One day they surrounded him. Salih, they said, you claim your Lord sent you. You claim you speak the truth. Prove it. A crowd gathered. Workers, merchants, elders, children, curious, mocking, noisy. Salih, alayhi salam, remained calm. Years of insults had not shaken him, but today was different. They weren't mocking him anymore. They were challenging Allah. Give us what we ask. If you are truly a messenger, bring us a sign from your Lord. Salih asked quietly, what sign do you seek? Murmurs spread, eyes shifted, whispers grew. Then an elder stepped forward, a man known for pride and cruelty. Do you see that rock? That cold, lifeless stone? If your Lord is real, ask him to bring a she-camel out of it. But he wasn't finished. Not any camel. She must be enormous, red, and 10 months pregnant. This wasn't a request. It was a trap, a challenge designed to mock nature, logic, and reality itself. If you can do this, they laughed. Then we'll believe. But their eyes betrayed them. This was not sincerity. It was defiance. Bring your camel, they shouted. Split the rock. Show us your sign. Salih looked at the mountain, then at his people, then toward the sky. He knew something they didn't. When Allah responds to arrogance, he responds in a way that leaves no excuses. If Allah gives you this sign, Salih asked, will you truly believe? Will you obey? Yes, they answered quickly. We will follow. They promised with their tongues, certain nothing would happen. They had no idea this request would seal their fate. The valley went silent. Even the wind seemed to pause, as if creation itself was watching. The ancient rock stood behind Salih, cold, towering, unmoving. "O my people," he said one last time, "be truthful. If Allah gives you what you ask for, will you believe?" "Yes," they insisted, "we will believe." But mountains have heard many promises, and not all come from sincere hearts. Salih placed his hand on the rock and made dua, a whisper between a messenger and his Lord. The valley froze. No wind, no laughter, no mockery. Then, crack, step back. The sound deepened. The mountain groaned. A low rumble surged through the ground, felt in the chest before the ears. Men stumbled backward. Mothers clutched their children. The chief stood frozen, caught between pride and terror. By God, something is inside. The rock split open. Dust filled the air, and from the dead heart of stone, life emerged. A massive she-camel stepped forward, alive, towering, red, heavily pregnant, exactly as they demanded. Her eyes were unlike any creature they had ever seen, calm, witnessing, as if she carried both a message and a verdict. The valley fell silent. Even children forgot to breathe. This is impossible," someone whispered. "Stone cannot give birth." But Allah had answered. They demanded a miracle, and Allah sent a miracle that walked among them. Majestic, untouchable, living proof. "O my people," Salih declared, "this is the she-camel of Allah, a sign for you." Some hearts softened, others burned with jealousy. One truth was now undeniable. This miracle wasn't meant to impress them. It was meant to test them, and Thamud was about to fail. The command was simple. She will drink one day. You will drink the next. Do not harm her. If you do, punishment will be immediate, clear, direct, fair. But arrogance despises simplicity. It was true. On her day, the camel drank from the spring. On the next, the people drank. A rotation, a divine test. "She's draining our water," they complained. "Our animals are thirsty because of her." But what they conveniently ignored was this. On her drinking days, she gave back more. She stood in the center of the village, her udder full. The poor, the weak, the children, all came with bowls and containers. She produced enough milk to feed every single person in Thamud. "We gave water," some whispered, "and received sustenance. This is mercy from Allah." But the chief saw something else. Look how people gather around her. If this continues, Salih will rule Thamud within a year. Their authority was slipping. Their influence was crumbling. A single camel was undoing decades of power. The valley split again. Some hearts opened, others hardened like stone. And then a plan was whispered. A plan born of jealousy, fueled by fear, and destined to destroy them all. 9 men gathered under the cover of night, drunk on arrogance. But they needed someone ruthless. A man with no mercy. His name was Qudar ibn Salih, described by the Prophet ﷺ as the most wretched of the ancients. He volunteered. "Hold her down," he snarled. "I will end this myth." The camel collapsed into the dust. Her legs were severed. As she fell, her eyes searched for one thing: her calf. The baby fled toward the mountains, screaming 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Those cries echoed through Al-Hijr like a warning the valley would never hear again. Scholars say those cries marked the 3 days. But Thamud laughed. "Where are the angels? Where is the lightning?" They butchered the camel, distributed the meat, celebrated their defiance. "It's finished," they said. "Now let's see what Salih can do." Salih (Alaihi) stood by the fallen body, eyes heavy with grief. "You have harmed Allah's sign," he said, "and have purchased destruction for yourselves." They laughed. 3 days, another empty threat. They didn't realize the clock had already started. Day 1, faces turned yellow. "Why does my skin look like this?" "It's nothing," they said, "just heat." Day 2, yellow turned to red, like blood beneath the skin. Panic spread. "Don't fear, Salih is lying, nothing will happen." "Then why do you look like us?" Silence. Instead of repentance, rage erupted. "If we're dying," the leaders said, "Salih dies with us tonight." Imagine the arrogance, their faces burning with punishment, and they planned murder. But Allah's plan moves faster. Before they reached him, stones rained from the sky, crushing the assassins instantly. The leaders fell first. The final morning arrived. Faces turned black, like ash before fire. Children cried, women wailed, men stood frozen. That night, no one slept. The valley was silent, not from peace, but from certainty. At sunrise, the sky screamed. The Quran calls it Sayhah, a blast so powerful, it shattered hearts instantly. No time to flee, no time to scream. They were found lifeless, flattened in their homes. The mountain carvers became dust inside the mountains they trusted. Salih and the believers walked away. He turned back one final time. I delivered the message of my Lord and sincerely advised you, but you did not love sincere advice. Thamud were not destroyed because they were ignorant. They were destroyed because they felt secure. Today we don't carve mountains, we carve careers, status, egos. And we say the same thing, nothing can touch me. The most frightening part of this story is not the scream, it's how they reacted to advice. They didn't say you are wrong. They said, who are you to tell us? Ask yourself, when someone corrects you, a parent, a friend, a scholar, what is your first reaction? Gratitude or ego? If your heart hates advice, be careful. That is the seed of Thamud. They rejected a camel. We scroll past reminders every day. The test is the same, only the scenery has changed.